It's been a little bit before I actually uploaded a video, so I wanted to do another one when this came through about a coworker. Do you know how sometimes you might be at your job, right? And you're asking God for grace for dealing with a particular coworker, or it could be your boss. And we ask for patience, empathy, right? Well, what it is a coworker. That coworker is someone who collaborates and works with you to get a particular job done. So you have another coworker, and I think you know what I'm going to say. It's you, right? It's that part of ourselves. And when we hear those negative thoughts creep in, or maybe some self-doubt, that's the coworker that's speaking and coming out and being so similar to that coworker in the office space, right? And so what if we met our personal coworker with the same empathy, with the same patience, with the same request to God to understand and be patient, right? And so it was really helpful to do that because I hop on here because when I go through particular things, I'm always like, well, what if someone else is as well? And let me share what has been helpful for myself. And so when I felt negative thoughts coming in, I was able to understand that that's my coworker, right? And to step aside, look at the coworker because this is the part of you that works in conjunction with the whole of you to create, to realize. And so to look at it and say, I hear the thoughts, but at this moment, I don't feel like associating with that, or I have empathy for it, or she doesn't understand, or doesn't remember, or she's choosing. So whatever it might be, take the same approach as you do with someone in the office as well. Because our thoughts, as we already know, we hear it over and over and over again. But then sometimes it's that moment then we really hear it. That thoughts, they are part of the creation process, right? Our energy field, how we respond to things. A recent thing which I shared in the prior video is my father passing. Well, normally it's sadness around those areas, but have you ever realized in Hollywood it seems like they mimic the real thing. So sometimes like sacrifices, right? I'm not saying everyone in Hollywood, this is just an example, that sacrifices might be done in exchange for wealth. And it's never the real thing. Well, a lot of data, a lot of information had come through to me after my father's passing. And it was when I had really chose to have a joyful outlook on this, just different than the programming I received. And so much information was flooding in, supporting me in what I needed. And I said, that's really interesting because we were programmed to have sadness around this energy field when someone transitions. But they mimic, they being, Hollywood, which is really us, but they mimic that and do sacrifices because they're aware of an energy field, a portal that's opening when life is transcending to another life form. And so these are different areas where we can utilize, become awake, and help it to serve our purpose where we are in this realm, which is heaven, right? But understand these energy fields when someone transitions, there's just more life. If you're not aware of it, we seem to just respond in a different manner than we could. Not one's better than the other, but just look for opportunities to shift how you normally respond to things. And I'm not saying it's easy initially, but it's just the desire to see all of your world, to understand yourself more. Just have that desire to, and that curiosity around it. So yeah, just a few minutes to hop on, share where I've been, check in with you, and hope all is well. Talk to you guys soon.